topic, sir?
We got another heater.
Okay, you want to just run that clip? Run that clip first, and then we'll get into it, and then you can just drop the banner after.
This gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna get interesting.
Shout out to PK, man. Boy, been on the roll.
Oh, remember this isn't the one. Didn't I send you? Didn't I send you the one that you put up in the group? It should be from the YouTube.
We got two up.
Oh snap! Yo, make sure you drop this. It just happened. Kevin Durant is going to the Houston Rockets. Let's go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, man. I get to see my boy for his last years in life. Let's go. But
That's actually fire.
the trade was Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, a number 10 pick, and 5 second-round picks.
What the?
That's like crazy.
Fleece. Jesus, man.
Fleece. 5 second-round picks. Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green. They got away from Jalen Green. Still keep Tyree Eason. Yo, listen, man. I ain't gonna lie. OKC, you better get it done, bro.
Yeah, that's
you better get it done, OKC. Because
they might have just stole him.
Bro, they literally just robbed this.
Yeah.
They still kept Tyree. They still kept Jabari Smith. Yo, what the? Yo, what Ime is about to do with this team, bro? And then you add an old vet. You still kept Fred VanVleet. How?
Yeah, man. They stole him.
Glad I get to see KD last year in the NBA, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? 100 on that. I appreciate
that
it.
Might work.
It's definitely gonna work.
We might as well chop that up. We might as well talk about that too. That's the timing.
Nah, they really breaks the news.
Jabari Smith and Fred. Yo, what the hell? Yo, what the hell is the Suns thinking?
Yeah, they about to rebuild. Devin Booker might be out next, yo.
I don't know. It seemed like he got a little stocks in the team because he want to stay.
Yeah,
so I think they did some little money laundering thing behind closed doors. Word. I think they did some little money laundering behind closed doors. So
yeah,
how they allowed them to keep Tyree Eason and Jabari, bro? Like that's sick. Those two right there. Like, how do you not take them?
And they got the Thompson brother, right?
Yeah, of course. I saw. Yeah,
he ain't going nowhere.
He's not going nowhere. That's one person that wasn't going nowhere.
Jeez.
Y'all ready?
Yeah. Run it up.
I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. Yeah. It's like, or if you won one, then you not can't enough. Be in the same conversation with this person. It's like,
but that's a great point because what you're saying is like, no matter what you have, you need more. No matter what.
Right.
No matter what. Like, it never ends.
Yeah, right? I don't know, man. It's just like you sit here and you tell me, you know, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, you know, our wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won 1 ring or won 2 rings or won, like, it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because he only has 1 ring. They don't never discuss that in these sports. I don't know.
Okay, so we gonna let Sly defend his king first.
What?
You know what I mean? Because you know, like Jeezy said, no, like Jeezy said, 100 rounds, make a frame out your house. Yeah, I got shots. So go ahead, sew yourself up. Explain this to me, sir.
Okay, I don't got much. I'm gonna be honest. Like, to me, it's real simple, right? I'll use a real simple analogy, right? And I'll use myself in my analogy. Well, then can I use myself? Well, I'll use myself in the past, right? So I think everybody knows that he's saying it's part of life. You're gonna do some things that's I don't agree with this, but this is what I gotta do. And I low key think LeBron ain't saying like I think he's more so saying like, dog, I don't agree with this, but I'm in it and I gotta partake in it. Like it's like if you got a 9 to 5, everybody know you work a 9 to 5, it's gonna stress you out. You're gonna be you probably gonna not want to listen to your boss. Your boss might be stupid. He might be telling you to do something that you don't agree with, but it's your boss. You at your job. You gotta do what you gotta do. I think that's kind of what LeBron. It ain't like he's saying that like, I did it, but I'm not. It ain't that. It's like, dog, he partook in ring culture. Yes. Do that mean he can't say that he don't agree with it? Like, that I think ultimately that was his main point. I don't think he was saying it like in fucking like, oh, you do. No, he don't agree with it. I don't agree. I don't think y'all agree with ring culture either. Like, I think it's crazy for he can't say that ring culture is wrong because he partook in it. That's just crazy to say. It's like, yo, that's him as a superstar in the league, as a even as an NBA player in general. Yeah, he had no choice but to partake in ring culture. It's literally his job. So I think that's. I mean, ultimately, I got more to my argument, but that's more me saying like, I think he got they mistook his word. It got misconstrued, and that's kind of my take on that, man. I'm sure we'll go deeper into the conversation, and I'm kind of curious what you guys got to say, but
Okay.
I definitely want to put that out there. I definitely think his words got twisted a little bit, and they took it away that he didn't mean for it to get taken, and now it's like the whole thing. But
Okay.
y'all can go ahead get
I'm gonna
y'all
let Mills
LeBron
go
hate off,
first because I
man.
might be a little long-winded on mine.
Oh, to get y'all weekly LeBron hate off. Go ahead. I know y'all got to
That's not
get
no
it
hate,
out
man.
y'all
I didn't even know about this clip. You guys brought this clip to my attention. I was on a whole different stratosphere with something else. But go ahead, Mills. Solo him up, man. Let him
Yo,
speak his piece.
Sly, I appreciate you saying that. It was weak for him to even bring it up when he partaked in it.
Yeah, I do. I think that though for sure.
I think to me, ring culture definitely started on a media push. At the same time, like I listen to some players, and when they speak, they do play this game not just only for the money, professionally, but the objectivity of sports is to win a championship, right? To hold something over your head, to say you did it. At the same
Word.
time, that does not talk about um, the player in a sense. I don't think. I think the only time we'll even discuss the ring culture is when you talking about GOAT status, greatness, like top 15 to ever play the game of whatever respective sport. So that's when that talk is being talked about. Now, again, this is another, LeBron being LeBron, narrative push, throwing it out there, trying to give a little reeling out in the sea, and having his not Slides of the world, because Slide to me, I ain't gonna lie, Slide is probably one of the only LeBron fan I could say and communicate with, and at least he'll come with logic. Everybody else, they'll come with narrative context based that he loves to push. He starts it, he marinates it, he allows his pundits to push all the other extra shit, and it's like, for what, bro? Listen,
And then
you
he
didn't
beats
get
with it when it go against him. That's what I don't like. It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. But
right. And
but
so
go
the
ahead.
thing is like, we know you're not gonna get to the ghost you said you was chasing for. Remember, I'm not saying this. You said you was going for the ghost that you was chasing for. You're not gonna get to him. You're not gonna get to Magics. You're not gonna get to Kareem's. You're not gonna get to Kobe's. You're not gonna get to Timmy. You're not gonna get there. It's okay. What you did in your career, you have the most points ever. You have highest top total loads and assists and rebounds. You're top 10 in that as your career. There's nothing more you have to say. This is why I feel you don't even have to play. But it's fine. Again, this is you. This is your career. This is what you do, LeBron. You want to make sure nobody gets to where, if people do say you're the GOAT for this reasoning, nobody comes close to it. I get it. Do you, bro? But again, we're talking about this topic here. Ron, you're bugging the fuck out. You love contradicting yourself, You've been contradicting yourself. You always do this. Don't know why you do it, but you don't have to, bro. You played. You did your job. You playing 20-something years. About to be on 23. There's nothing more you have to prove, bro. You are one of the greatest to ever play this game. Stop. The GOAT doesn't need to be under your name, bro. It doesn't. Let your fans keep saying it. I don't care. But for you to try to push this narrative, you don't have to. You did your job. Stop. Please, bro. Please. Stop.
Okay. Go ahead, sold me up, man. Sold me up.
Oh man, let me go before you. Let me
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't got that much though. So I will say I agree with Mills on a lot of stuff. Obviously, I got LeBron as the GOAT. But I'm certain stuff you can't even debate. Like I can't debate that. I can't take up for LeBron in the sense of where he played both sides. It's like you took on the challenge of trying to get enough rings to match Jordan, but once you realize none of that shit mattered, niggas that love Jordan. It don't matter because it's niggas that got more rings than Jordan that niggas say that Jordan better than still. So it's nothing you can do. But once you realize that and you like, man, that shit don't even matter for real. It's like, it looks bad, bro. And it's like, I definitely get it because you do grow, you learn in life. And maybe at one point he probably didn't have the same outlook that he has now. He probably, at one point, maybe he thought I think if LeBron had 8 rings, the Jordan fans would still say Jordan is better. Like, but I think LeBron realized that now. It's like, dog, it don't matter how much rings you get, it don't matter how many accomplishments you get. Niggas gonna like who they like, and niggas like Jordan, and it is what it is because Bill Russell got more rings than Jordan. Ring culture is fake. Is dang. Culture is fake. It ain't real. It's niggas with more rings than Jordan, but Jordan's still a GOAT. Ring culture it doesn't really exist. It's fake. But you can't go back and once you realize that and then try to act like it don't matter. You can say like, okay, I realized what I was doing. I was chasing a ghost, bro. But niggas told you was chasing a ghost from the jump. Right? You can go back and say, I realized that I was wilding. I'm gonna just be the best player I can be. In my mind, I'm the GOAT. That make more sense to say, but you can't go back and say it don't. And kind of go against what you said. And if you do it, you can't do it publicly because it's just going to look bad. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing with somebody like LeBron. LeBron talk a lot. And if you talk a lot, you're gonna say some wrong stuff sometime, and you're gonna slip up sometime, and it is what it is. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and let King cook because I know what's coming.
Let's go ahead and sew me up, man. Let's go ahead and sew
me
up. I wore this jacket today for a reason. Okay, let me put this hoodie on right now. Not Hoodie Mellow, Hoodie Kang. Okay?
Hoodie Kang.
Listen, man. LeBron, you a sucker. And the biggest reason why you a sucker is because we knew what you were doing when you made the move to Miami. You wanted rings. You know why a player like Dirk Nowitzki is held to a higher regard in certain areas and certain people than you? Because he stuck through the thick and thin. The reason why people say Jordan's the GOAT is not the rings. The rings are a good component of it. We forget that he was playing with the drugged up Bulls in the beginning of his career. We're forgetting that he got his ass built to ass by the Pistons, Boston. Are we forgetting that this guy broke his foot, came back at the end of the year, and they said you can't play any? Like there's a lot more into Jordan's story and how he overcame certain things with one team. Reason why I say Kobe's my GOAT, he played for one team. Yes, he didn't always win the championship. But most people who love sports love to see the grind. They love to see the growth, the maturation of a situation. Tom Brady, yeah, he won one championship with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was the GOAT before he went there because he won 6 with the Patriots. Yes, the first 2, I'll even say 3. I'll be fair. The first 3, the defense carried him and he finished the job. The last 3, all Brady. But LeBron, you've jumped from team to team to get championships. You've built your team and threw players away and brought players in for you to have a better chance of winning a championship. And for you to go on any platform and start talking about ring culture don't matter, get the hell out of here with that. You are the biggest sucker known to man, bro. Okay? When you said, yeah, when I won that championship in 2016, that made me the GOAT. This is why you're not the GOAT. I ain't never hear Tim Duncan, Kobe, Shaq, Michael Jordan, none of these guys that were great players come out their mouth and be like, I'm the GOAT. You're the only one in history, bro. Every chance you get, I'm the king. Let your actions speak louder than your words. And they have. Because we know you were a ring chaser. Now finding out that you knew Luka was coming over there. Oh, man. Listen, hey, Kootney, I'm going to send this clip to you. Kootney, this your king? This your mans, right? Over here talking about, yeah, you know, Steve Nash and Charles. Ain't nobody, I never poo-poo on Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was a great player. There's more than just, even Sean Marion, The Matrix, great player. Amari Stoudemire, great player. Yes, they had their accolades. Carmelo Anthony, great player. I'm not poo-pooing on them. The people who do, they obviously don't care about basketball like that. They're chasing stats, like your boy LeBron. They chasing, oh yeah, this guy got 6 rings. You know what I mean? There's no context or detail into why they consider this person to be what they are other than rings. Now for us here, I know me, Slide, Da Vinci, Mills, we don't play those games. We're not talking about, I'm not talking about Jordan being the GOAT because of rings. I'm talking about everything else in between there. You know what I'm saying? He is one of the only players to have 2 three-peats. Led the league in scoring 10 years. Defensive player of the year. Offensive player of the year. MVP, same year. These are the things that make him the GOAT. LeBron, I'm sorry. You're number 3, and you saying what you're saying knocked you down to number 5 for me. Because I can't take it no more, bro. I understand that you're living in the social media era where you want to twist, you want to make the narratives, and I understand that because at the end of the day, these networks like Mills says and Sly and Da Vinci, they're going to push their narrative and you want to push yours. And I'm okay with it. But come on now, there's too many people coming out here saying, if you don't say LeBron, and yet again, this is the media people, not us, you know what I mean? If you don't say LeBron James is the number 1 player in the world ever, there's a problem. Well, guess what? Everything's opinion based, okay? We can't, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a fact that Jordan's the GOAT. No, my opinion and my thought process is Jordan's the GOAT, then it goes Kobe. I was going to put LeBron there, but LeBron, I'm sorry, man. You going to 5th. Like, the more you talk, the more I can just push you out. You know what I mean? Because for an infamous line, dick riding is not a form of transportation, and you've been doing that.
Oh man,
you've been doing that.
Damn.
oh man.
You've been doing that. You leave Cleveland to go to Miami to build this big 3, right? Your dumb ass is up on stage. Not 1 championship, not 2, not 3. You only got 2 of them joints. Then when you see things ain't gonna go your way with Pat Riley, boom. Oh, Kyrie's over there. Let me go get Kevin Love. Y'all over there? How many championships you win over there, Playboy? 1. Then when you see that's falling apart, what do? You go run to the Lakers, right? Trade literally all the draft picks. Every young player, God. Bring in your own guys. Bring in AD. You get a ring. Good. I'm not going to call it the Mickey Mouse ring.
You ain't mentioned he was winning in all those places, though. You gotta
Put us all together again. Put us all together again. Say it again, sir.
I'm saying you gotta add he won chips in all them places, though.
Dick riding is not a form of transportation. And your man's been doing it.
Who he dick riding?
I just named a bunch of players. Did they say, hey, LeBron, come over here? Or did LeBron go over there himself and say, yo, man, we can do this?
Well, LeBron went to them places and was the man there. So how he dick ride if he go to the team, become the best player on the team, the MVP?
No, he was the best player before he went to the team. And then he went to the team as the best player, and then he started making moves like he was the GM to get himself a ring.
Okay,
It was
all
to
right.
get
Let
them
me
a
say this
ring.
though.
It was to get
Let
himself
me,
a ring.
because I feel like the guys, the LeBron haters, like King, is the ones that the easiest to cook. They're the
He used to,
easiest to cook.
okay, so like I said, the Cavs, the first time he left, I don't blame him for that. Dan Gilbert is a doodlehead owner, okay? Straight. He's garbage. So I understand why he left there. But explain to me why he's jumping from team to team after that. Like, part of the reason why you see these players, especially now, when things get rough, they thinking about moving. He is the blueprint for that.
Okay, but that's not okay. I don't look at it the same way. It's not that. Okay, if you get drafted by the Lakers, bro, you're good. If you are on the Lakers, you're good. That team is gonna acquire talent. That team is gonna draft talent. Well, I mean they have, but they're gonna get. You're gonna have talent on your team, bro. Those guys over there, they got to deal with the devil. You are gonna be good if you on the Lakers. Chicago Bulls, they do a good job of getting talent while Jordan was there. Do a great. They got the best coach while Jordan was there. They drafted Scottie Pippen, who is the greatest defensive player of all time.
Sly, I have to stop
If
you.
you're not
Hold on,
fortunate
hold on,
enough
hold on.
to have, go
Hold on.
ahead.
Phil Jackson wasn't the best coach until Jordan and Pippen made him that. He was unproven, bro.
He
So
was unproven.
that one's done. That's off the list. You
But how's
scratch
off
that.
the? It ain't off the list if it is what he was that though.
He was that because
he
he had
linked up
Pippen and
with-
Jordan.
But he left them and he went to LA with Shaq and Kobe and
Another set of superstars. But this is what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to the coach, Phil Jackson was unproven until it happened with Jordan and them, right? And
That's
yet
a fact.
again, we have to kind of pair bond those guys. Jordan wouldn't have won his championships without Phil, and Phil wouldn't have been known as what he is without Jordan.
But,
And that's a
but
fair
you're right, and
comparison.
that's not wrong. But that helped Jordan is what I'm saying. Like having Phil, he didn't win before Phil. Before
Yes.
Phil came, he didn't win. So
Yes,
that's what I'm
very
saying.
true.
He had the right coach to help him to take his game to the next level. But what if you go to a franchise that don't draft well, can't acquire talent, and can't get you a good coach? Why would you stay with that franchise?
Hold on. Did you hear me when I said the first move from the Cavs? I don't hold that against LeBron. I don't.
Okay.
Everything after that, come on, B. Pat Riley gave the man the playbook.
But Pat, okay.
Mills, tell me
Well,
I'm lying. Tell me
let's
I'm
talk
lying
about-
that he didn't get the
okay, well,
playbook from Pat
let's
Riley
talk about
and Miami
too,
and has
though.
tried to duplicate that 3 more times.
And that's true, and I'm with you on that. But let's talk about Miami. Chris Bosh had heart problems around the time LeBron left.
Blood
Dwayne
clots,
Wade
blood clots, blood
had
clots.
blood clots, right? Dwayne
we
Wade's
speaking
knees
passion.
were starting to give up on him. Dwayne Wade was declining. His knees were starting to give up. Ring culture was created by media, right? So these are the people telling you if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you ain't shit. So you can't complain about players prioritizing get winning championships when you're gonna tell them they ain't shit unless they win championships. Like it don't even make sense. Like why wouldn't players you put players down for not winning chips? They disregard certain players' whole careers because they ain't got chips.
Okay,
So
can
when
I ask
players
you a
be like,
question?
you know what, I'm gonna go win a chip, and you like, oh, you gotta go switch teams to win a chip.
Let me ask you a
Some
question,
people
though.
ain't fortunate to have a great franchise. So yeah, I'm gonna switch teams to win chips. And on top of it, there's no rule that says if you switch teams, it's like Kareem switch teams, Will switch teams, Wayne Gretzky
Hold on,
switch teams.
no. You want to bring up
Niggas
Kareem?
switch
Hold on.
teams.
Kareem won the first championship for the Bucks and said, I want out of here. Because these guys ain't doing their job. So he did his job for the team that drafted him the first time. He stuck through it, and then he went to the Lakers and did his thing. Now, but when you were talking about players having this thought process, I brought up Dirk Nowitzki. Mills, tell me if I'm wrong. Anybody ever talk that about Nowitzki before or after the ring?
Is he the
Before,
GOAT?
yeah.
Is he the GOAT?
No, he's not. But like Mills said, when we talking about the GOAT conversation, all these things are part of the criteria.
But nigga, they gonna say Tim Duncan better than Dirk because he got more rings.
I don't
We
understand
all know
that. I'm not talking about him having more rings. I feel that Tim Duncan is better than Nowinski because Tim Duncan was a fundamental player, and just like Nowinski, he was a cornerstone of that team winning a championship. Right?
Well, Tim Duncan to me as a player, period, is just better. He played better defense, slid his feet. He wasn't lazy. So
let's switch careers. You give Dirk 5 rings. You give Tim Duncan 1 ring. Who is they gonna say a better player?
They're gonna look at the stats,
Dirk, bro.
But you go by the. That's why I break it down to what you do as a player, and this
See,
is why
I'm not talking about us. We will go deeper. We'll look deeper into it because we real basketball fans, right?
Okay.
The casual fan in the media,
yes,
they are going to
you got me, Sly.
ring better. That's it.
Me.
And that's what most people be going by. But that should start getting in the players' heads. And that's why it's crazy when the media blame the players for like the ring culture that they created that shit. Y'all shit on Patrick Ewing. Y'all shit on Charles Barkley. Y'all shit on Allen Iverson. Y'all shit on all of the players that couldn't get a ring. And then act like the players ain't gonna acquiesce to it when y'all on TV every day talking shit about them. That shit is weird. It's weird as hell. And then y'all pick and choose when rings even matter, which is even more weird because niggas, Bill Russell got more rings than everybody. By that whole ring culture shit, he's the GOAT, undisputed.
Yeah, but then with
it
us,
only applies when you compare LeBron and Jordan. That's the only time when that logic applies. It's the most ridiculous shit ever.
Of course,
and I'm not even.
though.
If niggas tell me Jordan the GOAT, bro, it's a valid argument for it. I'm gonna argue with you, but it's at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, look, he probably might be the GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? We disagree, but it's so much evidence to prove that.
Of course, but let me talk about the Bill Russell. For me, the reason why Bill Russell couldn't be the GOAT, there was 8 teams. I'm sorry. Yes, the competition pool was a lot less, but like 8 teams, and then you look at the team that he played with, almost 90% of that team was Hall of Famers. Come on, bro. Tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying, but what about Kareem? Kareem got more rings than Mike. He played in the same era as Mike.
No, he's only got
he
6.
Did work when Mike was in the league.
No, but he's only got 6. He got 1 with Milwaukee and 5 with
No, my bad. No, he don't. No, he don't got more rings than Mike. But he played in the league while Mike was around, and he did his work in the league when Mike was around. Scored more points. He did a lot. Like Kareem's resume is right there. Yeah,
unstoppable shot.
Word.
But
Kareem's resume better than Mike.
Here's the difference between Kareem and Jordan, though, right? Jordan came into the league. People were like, the coaches were like, yo, listen, this guy, no brainer. He came in, played with a team that was very, very dysfunctional, in a city that was dysfunctional, rose up, got his coach, got 1 All-Star. I'm going to keep saying it. 1 All-Star. Was Kukoc an All-Star? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Nope.
He should have been.
I'm not saying he should. Listen, I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just using facts, right? He got Dennis Rodman on the second set of the 3-peat. Dennis Rodman.
Yo, was niggas saying Mike was the GOAT before he won 6 rings, though?
Yep.
No.
They was.
They was
saying Mike was the
after
GOAT.
The first 3-peat. No, after the first 3-peat, it was solidified. But before the first 3-peat, because of the scoring, because of the scoring titles and all that stuff, and the energy that he brought to the arena, every game he was there, people were lining up to see Jordan. The fact that Jordan went to Paris, all these things internationally made him a superstar, which almost said, yeah, he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? They never seen somebody have so much impact on a league.
But what I'm saying is that was bullshit then, and it's bullshit now. Like, look, Jordan was handed the GOAT status before he had enough rings to really even.
But he backed it up, though.
Standards, though.
No, but hold on, he backed it up though. When you look at his career in Chicago, his peak performance, it's hard to find somebody that matched it. And yet again, like I said, for me, he played for one team. One team. I'm not counting the second retirement and him going to Washington because we all know that was part of him trying to own the team. So I don't really count that as in the sense of like, not basketball wise, but count that as like him trying to solidify
It
him
don't
being
count,
the
right?
No, I'm just
He
using
literally
facts.
played for more than one team.
No,
But
hold
we
on, no,
don't
hold
act
on.
like
I'm
it.
using facts. He played for. You can go look it up. Anybody can find it. It's public knowledge. He played for the Wizards because he wanted to own the team, and the owner said, "If you want to own part of this team, I need you to come and help resurrect it and bring the numbers up so that we can make some money." That's why he played for the Wizards.
I'm with you, and that's those are facts. You can't refute that. But it's also a fact that he played and he wasn't successful. Like you can't negate it out of
I'm
his
not.
story.
No, I'm not
Like
negating out a story. What I'm saying is there's one different reason why he played for the Wizards than when he played for the Bulls. When he played for the Bulls, it was all basketball, all money, championships. When he went to the Wizards, it was for him to own that team. And part of the stipulations in the contract of him trying to own that team was that he had to play. He had to come out of retirement and help build the brand of that team up. So he wasn't playing for championships then. LeBron's been playing for championships since day one. LeBron, yet again, I don't put the Cleveland thing against him leaving the first time. That I understand. I stand by that 110%. I understand why he left. But part of the reason why when he did that, it changed part of the culture of the players now. It's not like LeBron wasn't the first person to leave a team to try to create a super team. Let's get that clear. He's not. But in the modern day, he's the one that set the goalpost to where it is, and that's why the KDs and other players and Hardens and stuff like that have been jumping from team to team to get a championship. Because yet again, ring culture, which we all know it's false to a certain degree. In others, it's not as false because that is a part of somebody's accomplishments. Do you know what I mean?
so
When we
I
want to say
think the
somebody's the
ultimate
GOAT,
point is though. I think the ultimate point is how come LeBron can't denounce ring culture if we all denounce ring culture? Like
because
we don't respect it either.
because he played into it. I'm gonna
But
say one thing.
he have
What
a
I,
choice.
what I, what I say is Kevin Durant, right? He played a part in bouncing from team to team. I don't. People would say for rings. I say for me, when it comes down to him, he's such of a baller. He do shit for ball peace, and I literally say this literally because it only makes sense in a sense, right? So leaving OKC, clearly when it comes down to basketball, it wasn't fun, right? It started to get like chaotic. So what do we do as men? We leave, we wind up trying to find peace in whatever. We got to know Kevin Durant's a basketball, ball his life type of guy. So going to Golden State, it was fun, and he clearly is winning. So now he obviously got the opportunity to win, right? So now after that 10-year with the Warriors, everybody would say, you should have never left. You should have never left. But still, peace of mind was, F that. I still can brand and push my brand. I still can build. Let me go ahead and go to New York, Brooklyn, right? So from there, what happened? I mean, several things happened from him not playing up to par, COVID, then getting certain players. He wanted to play GM, didn't go the way he thought. He learned from that, right? At the same time, making a move to Phoenix and making that trade because again, it was too much shit going on over there in Brooklyn, right? So now he gets traded. But what I'm saying is to say this: Kevin Durant didn't play never to the ring culture type of thing. He just
I
played
can't.
into one of the play.
Mills, I can't ride with
He
that.
wanted to play on a good team, is what you're saying. He just wanted to play on a
Because
good team.
if
No,
he wanted to play on a
I
good
just feel
team,
he wanted to play. He just wanted to play peaceful basketball. So what you did?
Honestly, that's the thing. I don't be mad at players doing what they want to do, and that's why I be feeling like it's so like, damn, why can't niggas be like, yo, I want to go to another team. I ain't feeling this. Like, what's so
it's
wrong
not
with
that. I don't hold it against Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, but let's not act like he didn't go there for rings. Yes, he wanted playing good basketball and being in a good basketball environment for most, if not all, NBA players is number one, aside from getting rings. And he went to the Warriors to get rings. The reason why people were upset is because it was a team that beat him and he went and joined them after they were already known as one of the best teams.
my beef.
He went to Golden State for rings. Let's not get that confused.
Hold on.
Because when they came to him, they told him when Draymond Green was begging him in that parking lot to come over to the Warriors, and then they all went down to the Hamptons, they let him know they gonna go on a run with or without him. He can get on board and be the guy, or hey, you'll get run over with the rest.
But
Nah,
that's what
they
I
was
said.
gonna lose without him. Let's be clear.
We won with look, hold on, we won two without him, right? The first one and the last one. So don't get it twisted. Okay.
Well, it was mad injuries in that too. Let's
Well,
be
Yeah,
real.
and there was
but
mad
wait.
hold on, there was mad injuries while we didn't three-peat. And he was one of them.
But again, so yeah, that's what I said. Like throughout his career, it wasn't like I went there and say like I'm gonna win one, I'm gonna win two, I'm gonna win three. No.
I'm not
He
saying
never
that he
played
did
into
that.
the ring culture.
No.
What I'm saying, he never played into the ring culture. What I'm saying is he played into a sense of I wanna be able to play basketball within peace, bro. And that's what it was. With him making a decision to go to the Warriors, yeah, we could say it was about winning a championship and winning a ring, but it was fun to him while playing. Like, look how they played, bro. That shit looked fun as hell. If you was a professional basketball player, you would literally love to play for the Warriors because it was like when the ball was moving, everybody got to their spots and everybody excelled at what they did great at.
Yet again, like I said, Mills, the first one was peace of mind. One
I think
A or
both
one
things
B
true.
is rings.
Yeah, because they even said when they pitched it to him, it was like, yo, we told him, yo, if you go to these other places, you might get a ring, but if you come to Golden State, you guarantee to win multiple rings. And imagine if he went to Golden State, he ain't win no rings. Ain't no peace in that. He still would have been. I mean,
He still would have been up out of there.
tight.
But we've drawn this one out long enough. People, let us know what you think in the comments below about this one. We might run it back because Da Vinci's not here. But you know what I mean? Let's get to the next joint here.